Yo, 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 yo. What we doing, boys? It's good, Steven. All right, 1 second. All right, we should be good. Boom! 50 subs away, boys. From 15K. That's crazy. Boom, 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 boom. All right, let's keep flipping. Boom, boom, boom. Schneider. So everybody need mass unsub on my 50 accounts before you stream? 1 minute late? I wasn't late, dude. You have the full minute at the top of the hour. I went live 20 seconds after the start of that minute. Is anything up right now? The whole silver market is up to basically 300 by the end of the hour. Not every single item, but I've sold a ton for 400 today, but low end I've sold a ton for 300. You was on time today? Once in a blue moon? Dude, I was almost late. My, so you know how I had football yesterday? So I couldn't stream. Right as I was about to walk out the door, our fire alarm started beeping. I'm like, oh gosh, it's going to beep all night. So I quickly had to call the emergency line for our apartment to get them to come over. He came over, fixed it. It went back to beeping like 5 minutes later, right as I was about to walk out the door. Had him come back, completely uninstall it, and then he just came back to install it today. He was supposed to do it this morning. But he literally just got done a minute before the stream started. So it was literally 3:59 my time. And he's finishing up having a conversation with me. We're talking about Albanian football. His indoor league. It was fun. Should I just quick sell or wait months to sell them? What should I do with my trenches? Full unsigned. Full. I have over 500 Spain silvers. Went crazy because it's PC market. I'm controlling the entire market. You're price fixing the Spanish silvers? Is that what I'm hearing? I mean, do what you want, brother, but I'd be making coins right now. Do you ever do any high budget trading later in the year, or is it just low budget all year? What do you consider high budget? Because I've flipped specials a lot this past week. I had like half my transfer list full of informs and special cards 2 days ago. I have over 500K currently in special cards. I'm on the PC market. It's so bad. I've opened 50 bronze specs and stored the bronzes in my club. When would be the best time to sell those? SBC Solutions. And honestly, for PC market, League SBCs is going to be the thing that brings things up consistently the most to give it value. Other than that, you're just playing the long game. But no, anyone on PC, the best trading and investing advice I can give you for PC is to invest in a PlayStation 5 or an Xbox. That whole market is just horrific. You're on PC again this year and it sucks? Yeah, man. Anytime I hear someone want to be a menu grinder or trade, unless they're like the top 1%, it's just tragic. But yeah, once League SBCs come out and it gives it the consistency, it's a whole lot easier. PC market's fine. Don't slander. Brother, you're the one slandered. What do you mean? What do you mean? You're the one constantly saying how bad the market is. Yeah, 800K active transfers. Under 800K week 1. What do you call that? How are you able to win silver bids? By placing a bid. Winning like over 90% of them. You know what silver players on PS5 have gone up in price today? The whole market is basically 300 plus. So you can get a ton of sales. If you invested at 150, 200 in a bunch of cards, you're in a good spot. No SBCs today. So no more silver supply, no more additional silver demand. It's just chilling at those higher prices. Yeah, I have really not too much of a problem right now. Maybe people are going to start outbidding now, but earlier I won most of the cards. Keep seeing people say they use Pale Tools. What use is it? But isn't opening packs just as fast on console? If you've never used Pale Tools before for SBCs, it is a life changer. It opens so much faster. If you want to see our Pale Tools video, we got a Pale Tools video on the channel. Hi, Mumbo. What's up, buddy? New to your channel, what's the play at the moment? I'm currently fully stocked on Live and Stud cards. Nice. We are mainly taking our club stocked silver commons and selling all our low end stuff for 300 plus right now. That's the move. PC silvers, 2 or not. If you're on PC, I would still recommend silver trading, but your guys' value on cards is going to be different. So when I talk about things like the bottom value of the market right now, just for perspective, the lowest buy now is like 250 within, earlier today it was like 250 within 10 minutes, everything was selling, and most things would be 300 by the end of the hour. On PC, you have so many cards expiring for 200 without being bought. So, a little bit of a different supply and demand over there. Doesn't mean there isn't cards that are currently up. You can definitely find those. You just have to be more specific. But without a daily SBC today, it's just mainly standard market. Nothing too crazy. Just get your flips in, get your snipes in, get your bids in. If you guys are enjoying the stream, do me a favor, smack that like button, subscribe if you're new. We'll be live for an hour and 45 minutes today. Tried, but when building silver upgrades, I took non-important nations or leagues, but kept adding French players. Need to get the hang of it? Yeah, Ross, you're mistaken that. I made the same mistake initially. For the non-top leagues and non-top nations, you have to actively select those yourself. So if you go into the Pale Tools settings, there'll be a list of leagues and nations you can put under that tab. If you put in for for top nations all the nations you want to save, and then click that, it will save them. It starts with nothing selected, though. Does that make sense? Brilliant. Thanks, mate. No problem, buddy. No problemo. But what's the lowest amount you sell silvers from? Do you sell the ones from League SBCs or save them? Live and Sud, I'm saving every single one. I have over 500 League SBC Libin suds in my club. I'm trying to make it even more. For the other leagues, if I have them, I don't sell them unless it's like a marquee matchups or something. Just in case League SBCs come out, they have the extended value. But if I can get a decent amount for them, I'll still flip them. Does that make sense? But in general market, outside of potential League SBC leagues, right now the lowest I sell for is 300. If I can't get 300 for it, I put it back in my club. That way I'm getting a minimum of 100 coins profit per card. Some of them getting a lot more. Lazy listing, I'm doubling my coins at 400. We do our silver center back method during the day where we list for in bulk. 300 start price, 400 minimum buy now. And on average, I've been getting about, I'd say like 20 sales an hour. Yeah, it makes sense. Thanks. No problem, buddy. Save League SBCs unless they go for a lot, then buy again when prices drop. Yep, exactly. The only ones I refuse to basically sell are the libs and suds that are in my club. I'm holding those forever. Just started buying at 200, 250 to be honest. Lazy list for 350, 400. Start everything after my transfer list is full, but always keep 100 cards selling. Yeah, I mean, if you're struggling to pick them up for 200, the thing is you should probably start to sell your club stock first. Because it's a very risky game once you start going 250. Because if the whole market falls, like for example, marquee matchups on Thursday, we'll get supply for marquee matchups. SBC solution card right here. If you guys have an Eli. Let me look for him real quick. Is he Uruguayan? What did I say it was? Things like all day. 69. Alright, we can get 800 for him. Buy 12 ball days for 21K and can currently sell for 27K. Nice. I got one at 13K last week. Thinking keeping my League One silvers and will only sell my dupes for 300 plus. That's not a bad idea. I will say historically for League One and Eredivisie, the silvers usually get to like 400 coins because you don't have to use all of them from one team. You only need, what is it, up to, I think, six from one club. And a lot of bronzes are in the Eredivisie. League One usually holds a little bit more value because it's a little bit more rare. But the Eredivisie is flooded with bronzes people use. So they don't get super high. So if you have an opportunity to make sales on them, it's not the end of the world if you get out of them. But the way you're going about it makes sense. So here's club stocking any silver for 150, 200. Yep, and we're selling everything for 300 plus right now. So whether it's an investment or trading, right now you're in complete profit if you club stock for 150, 200. Uh, 7088s for 11, 750, 12K, 3187, 1.5 million in fodder. I hope I make some profit by next week. Hopefully, man. That's solid. Hope it works good on PC. Your guys' market's different, so make sure the cards you're picking up actually have value. Because a lot of them don't even go for 200 within the hour. So just keep that in mind. Philip, what's up, buddy? How are we doing today, man? going to get every League One silver to flex. Dude, watch some, like, Evo come out that you need to use, like, a French player. French max 74 rating. Or there's going to be some League SVC. Or not League SVC. There's going to be some daily SVC. It's, like, minimum of 5 French cards. Maximum. Minimum silvers needed, 11. Yeah, short term is bad, I know, but I'm fine with long term. Yeah, and if you want even more value, League SBC cards are the way to go too. So if you don't know what League SBCs are, Premium Mixed League Upgrade. If you look at the Foot GG or Footbin from last year, or if you look at our videos on League SBCs last year, you'll see all the teams and leagues we're talking about. On Spanish Rares, is there a reason to go up for them exactly? Spanish Rares on PC went up quite a bit when there was the... Was it daily SBC or was it marquee matchups? One of those used some Spanish players. I need League SBCs now? Dude, I need them so badly. I'm losing my mind. Foot King, what's up, buddy? I'm doing great, man. How are you doing today? Anyone know what French managers are at right now, currently? Best trading method? I would recommend the methods in the pinned playlist in chat, buddy. Includes one of them of what we're doing right now if you need more additional context on our silver method. Let's go. You might honestly be 1,000 plus right now. I just sold 2 of them pretty quickly. Giving up buying all League SBC silvers and waiting for League SBCs. I'll not make coins in the meantime. Do they not have any additional value right now? Like, are all Prem silvers not going for 200? What's the minimum Prem silver? Where silvers is where it's at. For PC, good nations and good leagues. But does it make sense to club stock any silvers on PC? Let's put it this way. If you guys are determining on PC whether or not something's worth it, I'd ask the question from last year because the people on PC, a lot of them played last year on PC. Last year on PC, were there ever times on the market where everything was guaranteed to go for 200 plus? Was there ever a time for that? And if so, what did it get to? Monetary perspective, 90% of silvers don't sell for min price. This is how cooked your method is for your viewers. On PC, yes. It's different market. That's why I always say, make sure you're checking that a card has value. Every initial start to the tip, we always tell you to check market. If you can't follow that, that's your issue. That's why I'm asking the question. Last year, when you guys were on PC, was there ever a time when the market had a bare minimum for every card? Can any of the PC people answer that? Because if the answer is yes, and quite often, you should assume the same thing would probably apply, where a 150 bid would make the most sense. But in the meantime, if you're doing it on top nations, the best leagues, and high ratings, you should be good no matter what. Those things are going to be the things that are better selling for SBCs throughout the week. Most of my viewers are on console, yeah. No, I'm not blaming you. It's just people will follow blindly. Well, my content is not made to follow blindly. We very specifically state that. So if people choose to watch the videos where I tell them to not follow blindly and try to explain the method to them and they still can't do it, that's a them problem, not a you guys problem. You don't fall under that camp. 90% of the other people plus don't fall into that camp. That's a very small amount of people. And a lot of times, you know why that's the case? It's because they don't watch the videos. It's because they just want the quickest tip in the moment, and they don't take time learning it. That's why we try to teach so much. It's the same people that you'll say, like, they'll ask for the method. You tell them to watch the video because they'll explain the method. They'll be like, come on, bro. Why are you linking me to a video? Just tell me. Gonna sleep? Are you live tomorrow? Yeah, we'll be live Wednesday as well. 4 hours after new content. We can hope they release some sort of silver upgrade SBC where silvers will fly or something. Carlos, last year, do you remember on the silver market when were times every silver was 200 plus? Or were you not doing silvers last year? I bet SBC trading on PC goes crazy. Has anyone tried that? Looking at cheapest solutions, buying those cards within the first few minutes of the solution being listed. Oh, you're on console last year? Oh yeah, you're on Xbox, right? Mumbo, thank you for showing us how easy it is to make coins in this game. I used to think I had to be study the market like it was stocks. Thanks for showing me the light. You are the silver goat. Hey, appreciate you, buddy. Yeah, my tips for you guys when it comes to silvers is mainly have you guys learn the market in as close of a zero risk environment as possible. With silvers, you can learn a lot about the gold market. You can learn a lot about the special market. You can learn about a bunch of different things. Supply, demand. And especially with the 150 bids, when things go for 200 plus, it's just a guaranteed investment. Then from that, obviously, you can switch to higher end stuff or balance them side by side, but we get 10 million plus coins a year minimum from just silver, so it works just as well. Sell random silvers for like 300 coins, but less frequently than on console. I'm curious, can someone on PC, if you have at least some coins, could you try right now a few filters for me? If anyone on PC is listening, I want you to try a few filters for me. If you go to silver and max buy now 200, I'm assuming you said a lot are expiring without selling. Put in center back for that and see what it says. Put in every top nation and see if there's any that go above that or sell quicker. And then switch it and put in any top league and see if it's the same thing. All top nations don't sell? I'm not asking if they sell. I'm asking what information it provides you when you do that. Bar England within a minute. They sell within a minute left or within a minute of being listed. Minute left. For 200. Do you notice what positions or ratings are on there? Is it 70 pluses in good positions that aren't selling by the end of the hour? New England center back, you're looking at only 40 cards. I just sniped in mass bed. How about gold commons? What's the gold common market look like? To be fair, top 5 leagues do sell quick for a minute. So could you sit there and snipe top 5 leagues? Commons are cooked, don't even sell for a minute. Everything, okay. When I ask that though, everything doesn't sell or just the whole market? Because again, if you check all Prem cards, do all Prem cards not sell for 350? I'm trying to figure out where the value lies or to get you guys to check where value can lie. So you can use these same methods in other areas. I don't understand why they don't just put PC and console market together, because PC is absolutely cooked with everything. They want to keep it completely separate, otherwise hackers will take over everything. It's not just gameplay, hackers are over the market as well. I don't see hackers. Neither does EA. They don't exist at EA. Did you guys do your 80 plus times 5 yet? If so, how did that go for you? We're going to do it here in a minute. Haven't seen a hacker in years. Really? Everyone was complaining about hackers this weekend already taking over the game on social media. Alright, what do we got? Any more MLS cards? Yeah, we got quite a few. Got 82 as best, got a few 84s. Nothing too crazy though. Hackers are on highly valuable parts like Weekend League in drafts. That makes sense. All right, that's all listed. What do we need? 184 minimum. Then an 82 rating. Easy. So there's a few more bots on PC than console. All right, what do you guys think we're going to get in this? All right, dudes, we have a 80 plus times 5. Let me know what you got in yours. Come on, EA. You're getting Mbappe? Hopefully, bro. 2 Mbappes? I won't mind that. Would not mind that. All right, come on. Walkout. Okay. Striker. Who is it? It's the fodder queen herself. Her burger, baby. Come on. We'll take that. Any walkout's good in that. To be fair. Oh. Stinky in the rest. We'll take an 87, though. Is she good in game? Or is she just fodder? Go straight into Mumbo's fodder team? Shut your mouth, brother. Take that back. Our team is amazing. All right, we got 2 80+ times 20s as well. Let's see if we can get a walkout in any of these. First one we do not. But in American NWSL, this could be good. There's like a 50-50 chance it's a meta card if it's in the NWSL. La Bonta. His team wouldn't even make a gold upgrade? All right, brother. Hey, Jonathan David too. Nice. You guys are talking a lot of crap. Wait till you see my upgrades today. Canadian center back. Yeah, we'll take 83s all day. Paqueta as well. All right, there's that. Ladies and gents, we have 2 new evolutions completed. Take a hard guess what team I'm evoing. Not really surprised. Sunderland team is getting better and better. Talby is officially an 83. Look at this card. Insane. Just don't look at his shooting. Just don't look at his shooting. We're going to get that upgraded over time, all right? Just don't look at his shooting or physical or defending. Just look at that beautiful pace, all right? Pacing down the sideline. That's all I got to worry about. And then we got a Roofs completed. Get him the deflector playstyle. So we still have him as a silver. Dude, watch him get the player of the month. And I've put like 3 different Evos on him. I won't mind that in the slightest. All right. There we go. Those upgrades are made. We'll work on some of this stuff as well throughout the week. Why does he change his tone? Why do I go into a recording voice when I record? I don't know, man. That's a mystery. Is he bipolar? Maybe. You might have cracked the case, dude. It's a 50-50 chance any card is meta. It's either meta or it's not. Would you say that for a bronze pack? There's a 50-50 chance the cards in the bronze packs are meta? Or would you weight that slightly differently? A few years ago when we did League One upgrades during Team of the Year, because they had a greater chance at being potentially a walkout because there's way less cards. Was it a 50-50 chance still, or was it just weighed heavier for some leagues versus others? Can you search up my cousin? No, thank you, buddy. Yeah, it's either a walkout or not. It's like us in a weekend league, right? We're either going to win or we're not. But either way, we're not going to have fun doing it. You know what? We need to finish that daily SBC as well. Exactly. You're learning. Nah, I would say you're incorrect. I would say either outcome could happen, but it's not 50-50. The odds change. Is the 80 times 5 worth it? I just got a walkout in it, so I would say yeah. There we go. Alright, few bronze upgrades. See if we can get a Sunderland player from them. Come on. We got 6. Ooh, Prem player already. W, man. Well, I'm correct. You just can't comprehend it because you went through the American education system. So, in your head, is everything a 50-50 chance? Silver sell for 300, so easy right now. It's easier when you list them in bulk, too. If you get a full transfer list of 100 cards, you get a lot of sales throughout the hour. But again, that doesn't mean there's not SBC solutions still, so keep that in mind. Oh, did we not take a screenshot of it? We sold the guy that we picked up for 150 and 200 for 700 and 800 today. Just a few minutes ago. Should I get a player of the month, Holland, and I only have an 87 team in fodder? Is there any way I can get loads of fodder? Right now, really, rewards and grinding whatever's on the menus is your best bet. So doing the daily stuff that they give you, like today, the 80 plus times 5, you could maybe get something. Doing the daily 83 plus, you could get something. Some gold upgrades. The 78 upgrades probably aren't super worth it, but at this point, unless you just have liquid coins and you're buying fodder, there's nothing really super good to like grind yet. There's people, including me, who do a bunch of bronze upgrades, silver upgrades, gold upgrades. We get some fodder that way too, but unless you already have a lot of coins and you're treating it like an investment, that's not really good in bulk right now. Once League SBCs come out, that's when it's going to really start cooking. Or once we get like a player pick on the menus. If we get a player pick on the menus for like 6 to 8 gold commons and like a gold rare or 2, that would be really nice. Was Buzzing made 75k? Wait, is Holland out? Or have they confirmed it to be Holland? Please tell me they haven't confirmed it's Holland. He's not out? Have they confirmed it though? Is it official that he won? It's Holland? My sweet prince. My king. They didn't believe in you guys. I'm sorry. They wanted to go for the fodder striker Holland. Look at that. The spine of my team would have been 2 special cards, man. Unbelievable. They took it away from us. We're very close to a full special team. Jacques robbed, yeah. Unbelievable, man. Unbelievable. Think it's 6 hours before content? When did the Mbappe come out? How long before content was that? I'm sorry, but I could play striker and get a few goals. Holland get so many opportunities. Wait, are you saying if you're in Holland's spot, you'd be scoring goals? Fair. Yes. Definitely, man. Oh, dudes, I scored last night again. I've scored in back-to-back games from defense. This one was a long shot from way outside the box. Put it lower left corner. I used to be in the Aston Villa Academy. Don't test me. That used to is holding a lot of weight in that sentence. You wouldn't even sniff the ball. Yeah, someone who just scored in my Monday league put me in to replace Holland. I could do it too. It's like the same thing, right? Random kids in the state of Wisconsin versus the Premier League. Really no difference in quality. Sure, dude, just don't compare to one of the best ever. Now, if you said put you at the penalty kick spot and you'd score the occasional one, that would be believable. No, but being serious, it's certainly easier for Holland when you have the most chance creation team of all time. You're not completely wrong, but I think you also are not understanding the sport, nor the player, nor the situation in general. Because you put anyone else in place of Holland, they'll create chances, but they're not creating the same chances. Holland, even if he doesn't touch the ball a ton, by his sheer presence, spacing, physicality, is creating opportunities for the team and getting himself in positions to score, where other people just simply wouldn't be doing that. What am I not understanding? Literally the sport of football. If you're saying 1-to-1, you can just throw anyone in at striker because a team creates chances. That's like saying I can put my dead man up top and she'd score. Can she make runs? Nope. I know Haaland is probably the best striker in the world, which is why he makes it look so easy. I'm not even a big Haaland fan, but like when Haaland's struggling, it's when his goals and assists per game are only like 1-to-1. If he doesn't have more goals than games, we're considering an off year for him. That's how good of a striker he is. How'd you first get into FIFA football? Was there a certain team, player, or game that got you into it, or did you play the game growing up? I have been in love with the sport ever since I was a little kid. It's always been a part of my life. This has to be rage bait. I'm not denying he won't do the best. It's just it makes it easier that he has an elite chance creation team. Yeah, key word being team. Being 11 players on the pitch. Haaland being a key player on the pitch. Not even when it comes to just scoring goals. But just like you said, creating. He's a part of that creation, even without being on the ball. And if you throw anyone else in, it's not the same thing. You're playing now 10.5 men instead of 11. Technically, you're playing 12 men with Haaland on the pitch, but that's another topic for another time. If you put Haaland in a Burnley team, he's going to be far from his Man City state. I would agree. But he also would make things happen. You want to use relegation sides? Look at last year's relegation teams. How many goals did Ipswich score? Who was their biggest scorer on their team? And what happened? If he isn't in the position to read and play, the cross, etc., is useless. Talent on the pitch, it's 10 men and 1 robot. True. Hold on, I feel like we're losing track of what the argument is. Can we go back to what the initial argument was? Just so we're on topic. Was the initial argument you put anyone else, like not even a professional footballer, you put anyone else in there? He was specifically talking about himself. Former Aston Villa Academy. They would score goals, was the statement, right? I'm a Man City fan. I go week in, week out to watch them. Haaland is one of the best pure strikers in the league has ever seen. This season, he has started to add build-up play to his game. Yeah, it's beautiful. Think Kane is still better this season? Kane's playing in a different league. You can't compare. I probably could. I wish they would allow people to do that. I wish there'd be additional games in the schedule where, like, lottery fans are selected. Or people pulled from the internet who make certain claims get to prove themselves. Yeah, and also if I didn't hurt my knee, I would have won the Ballon d'Or. Yeah, exactly. Exactly, man. Exactly. I mean, I feel like we're missing out the perfect argument, but is what it is. What division? If I was born to Lionel Messi, I might have stood a chance. Dude, why did they... How old is Juan Jesus? Dude, I'm getting old, man. I think Juan Jesus was like 25. We're Division 6. We're gonna play a game here shortly. Bro, this game is so Unk is realizing his age. Hey, I'm only 27. What's up this evening, Mumbo? Flip silvers? Yep. If you club stock for 150, 200, you can basically sell everything for 300 plus within the hour. So if you want to get rid of your investments for especially the low end stuff, you can mass list and make easy coins. You can snipe for 200 right now. We were easily winning bids for 200 earlier. Now there's a little bit more competition. Mumbo, what level do you play at in the US? The equivalent to a Sunday league, because it's literally a Sunday league on a Monday. It's not any, like, league. Do your grandkids play too? My great-grandkids do, yeah. The U.S. is starting to look at potentially adding the college level into the pyramid, which would be interesting. What's the move right now to bid on silvers? If you can win them for 200 on bid, everything basically goes for 300 plus, so that's a good flip. If you can snipe them for 200 as well, the even better ones. There's even more coins in them. If you club stocked, I'd start selling off. Those are kind of the main moves. Mumbo, I'm about to jumbo that booty. I feel like you just lost your rights to type in chat for like the next 10 minutes. Seems about right. Alright, we need to make sure we don't accidentally put a Sunderland player in. That'd be the worst thing in the world. What position do you play? You strike me as a midfielder. I play as a left center back. Just engagement farming. Pushing 30 in engagement farming. What do you mean? Read out you. I know you're trolling. I know you're trolling, but I have to. I know you're trolling. I know you're trolling. I know you're trolling. I know you're trolling. I know you're trolling, but I'm still... You're not baiting me. I know exactly what you're doing. I'm just proving to the people. Position do you play, Mo? You strike me as a midfielder. Amir. Mumbo, I'm about to jumbo that booty. 4K. Officer, it is right there. Unk is pulling up receipts. Yo, Mumbo, I'm still loving streams. Can you give me a quick rundown of how good BPM is at the moment? BPM in general is like a way to make coins in the moment. Not fantastic. It's more of the investment side of things, which if you want to see that, we have a whole video in the trading playlist dedicated to kind of like every part of that. And especially with this week, how additionally insanely good it is with managers that are up, informs that are in packs. So if you want to give that video a look for like step-to-step tutorial, if you decide you want to take a look at that before you start, I'd recommend that. But long-term, you're good no matter what. How you doing, Evan? Bro, what? Must have been even crazier for you. Wait, could you not see that comment in chat? Was it not popping up for you guys? Because YouTube might have blocked it for you guys. That would make sense. No one saw it? So, like, for comments like that, only I can see it, and you guys can't. But then for, like, every other comment that's missed in chat, you can see it, but I somehow can't. It was on mine, maybe because my name is Blue. No one sees it. Dang, man. Okay. All right, should we do a quick run through of the silver market right now for you guys? Before we hop into some gameplay? Do you think it'll be easy to grind Holland over 30 days? If we get League SBCs within the next week or two and Holland comes out and he doesn't have an insane amount of like 89 rated squads, absolutely, I think it's doable. All right, we just crafted 4 of the gold upgrades. Can we get anything in these? Wait, League SBCs come soon. Last year, we got them the second to last week in October. So if you think it's following last year's kind of time where we got stuff, that would be expected around that time. But just in a pure, like, thought, just thinking out loud, there's a lot of SBCs coming out that need a lot of fodder, and there's not really a lot of ways to get fodder. So it makes sense to bring stuff that can give you fodder. Yeah, surely they give us away. Surely their plan wasn't to give us 78 upgrades where you have to put in, what, 6 rares and a common to make a 78 double pack where you're not going to get an 80 plus. You have like the same chance as a gold upgrade. Alright, that was very disappointing, that group. I thought for sure we'd get at least like a high-end board. Nope. Good again, though. Alright, I'm going to run through the silver market quick right now. Just kind of as a... showing you guys where it's currently at and what we do throughout the week to make coins regardless of the prices of silvers. Like using women's leagues instead of the minor league SVCs. You think EA Throws don't release league SVCs? We expect them to. I mean, they could always give us something completely different. The thing is, though, if they do, for the high-end one, it really wouldn't make sense. For example, if you're looking at the premium league SBCs, you got the Prem La Liga, which is usually the highest rated squad. If they'd replace that with women's leagues, I don't know many leagues that would have a ton of supply to do that with outside of maybe like the NWSL and the Women's Premier League. So I don't know how likely that would be. You could say maybe the low-end ones, they switch it out. But even in the case of the low-end ones, women's leagues don't have a lot of cards in general. Look how many women's bronze cards are on the market. Look how many silvers are on the market. So it's very limited supply, which would be really nice in terms of making coins and flipping them because they'd show up in SBC solutions more than the other ones. But it is what it is. What's your opinion on Sunderland and the Prem so far? One of the best starts ever to a Premier League, right? In the first 6 games. I don't think they showed up well against United. I thought it would be very hard to get 3 points against them anyways. Everyone thought it was going to be a walk in the park, but it was always going to be a tough game. Absolutely sucks that Ronaldo got a stupid red card and had to sit out 3 games, and that highly cost us because Ahmad was just chewing up our backup left back that whole game. You can roast United's wingback system all you want, but Ahmad was absolutely cooking on that side. The amount they'd build up over there, the space they got, and then the decision to not start Cunha. People discredited Amorim right away with that, but I thought it showed to be a really good decision. Mason Mount just operated in those spaces where Sunderland just couldn't simply defend him. He wasn't far enough forward where he'd really be in front of the defense, and he wasn't far enough back where he wasn't involved in the play. He was actively just a part of the buildup and actively would just make those late runs. That's how he scored his goal. He had that top of the box. All it took was one gathering touch and then a volley, and boom, he scored. Did you do the Hero SBC? I did not. All right, let me do the... We can keep talking here in a second. Let me record real quick. All right, dudes, I wanted to give you guys a market update just for silvers in general. Right now, most things will go for within the hour for 300 coins. But there's a lot of people who used to pick up cards for 150 and are struggling to do that. There's a lot of people who would buy now them easily for 200 in the past that are struggling to do that. So, kind of what do you do in a market like this? How do you adapt to the market, especially if you mainly only trade with silvers? I'll walk you through all that real quickly. So, quality silver, what I want you guys to do is when you do that, go to max buy now 200 to see is everything synced at 200. We need to get the baseline. Every card goes for 200 plus. We need to see then past that what it looks like. And right now it looks like everything will sell for 250 basically within a half an hour. So if you can bid anything for 200 and under or snipe for 200, it's guaranteed profit. So keeping that in mind, that is where the demand is currently. And I bring that up not to say I want you to get these for 200 and sell for 250. I'm saying people will do that regardless. If people can guarantee coins in something, no matter how low, they will usually do that. So then on top of that, how do you give it additional value? First line I'm looking at, I don't see a lot of center backs on this. So if I put in center backs with the 250, I'm assuming it's going to take less time for them to sell, and there's going to be way less pages in general versus other positions. And that seems to be the case. Mix that in with like high rated cards for SBCs that need a minimum of, let's say, for example, a 70 rating. A lot of 70 plus cards, especially good nations, good leagues, are going to carry that additional value. And what I mean by additional value is, I'm not saying they're going to be like 500 coins more expensive, but usually within the hour, they'll sell quicker than the other cards. If you tack on another additional 50 coins, usually you can get it to sell in the same amount of time as the lower end ones, even with 50 additional coins. If you put it up to 100 additional more, it usually takes longer to sell, but you can get some more lazy lists. So this is how we essentially run our silver center back method. If you haven't been on the channel in previous years, we would always mass buy center backs when the market's low or when the market's high. And regardless of what they're going for within the hour, we would basically sell at a premium because center backs are one of the positions that if there's 11 players in an SBC, there's always a center back location. So center backs always usually show up in SBC solutions. You could list these in bulk, and some are almost guaranteed to show up in those SBC solutions and be a little bit higher on the market. So that's just kind of like a one-on-one with that. But if we go even higher and we go to 300 coins, you're going to notice that if we start, we're under a minute, but things basically sell with like 45 seconds left. It doesn't go down to just zero and everything expires. You will have cards that expire without selling for 300, but if you're listing 100 of these in bulk, you get a ton of sales within the hour. And again, like I said before, just because the market is necessarily a certain price doesn't mean there's not SBC solution cards. We haven't had an SBC solution in a few days, but we had a center back from the Argentinian league that we sold twice today for 700 and then 800 shortly after. We picked up one for 150 and the other for 200. And because he's in an SBC solution, for the people who haven't done the SBC for the other day, he still has additional value than the baseline market. So it's still important for you to compare price because there's going to be some cards that just inherently have more value due to SBCs. But in general, that is how you kind of check the prices of stuff on the market if you're ever curious on how we figure out the price of stuff or if we're going to lazy list how we determine that price. When are you going to start Football Manager? I don't really like Football Manager. How many bronzes you got now? I have over 1,200 bronze rares, and I think I have like 500 plus bronze commons. You figured out how to defend in this game. Nice. Yes, so what's up, buddy? How's it going, bro? Silver center back and silver goalkeeper method are tops. It's so nice, man. So nice. All right, is there another Evo we can start? Is there anything that makes sense to put on right now? Sprint boost. We can put rapid on a card. Is that worth it to put rapid on anyone who doesn't have it? I think my Enda has it already. No, he doesn't, so we could put rapid on my Enda. All right, we're going to play some Div Rivals, guys. But before we do, we got the Sprint Boost Evo expires. It's repeatable for 2 days. You can do it 2 times. I haven't done it yet, so we're going to put a Playstyle Rapid on my Enda for 7.5k. I feel like that's worth it. I feel like that's going to be worth the 7.5k. If they bring out more of these, especially like the +1 stat boost scenarios for under 10,000 coins, or they make it free and you can repeat it a few times, I feel like it's going to be very easy to slowly build up these cards, get them to a certain power curve as well, without them being brokenly OP at the start of the year, and without them being completely dead right after rip either. So I feel like overall they've been balancing it well. It's a little bit slow right now, not going to lie, but I think I'd rather start a little slow than it be too quick early on. They can always speed up. It'd be very hard to slow it down. Get those Sunrun Evos cooking? Yes, sir. All right, let's play some Div Rivals. So we are still in Div 6. I don't know how far in Div 6 we are. We're like past halfway, so we could potentially get to Div 5 this week. We haven't done any Div Rivals games yet, so we still need to do rewards. We need, what is that, 15 points and then 30 points to get the best rewards. Let's try to go for at least 15 this week, and then we have no Foot Champs points. Now, I could get the Foot Champs points. I don't care one way or the other. I don't really plan of doing too many weekend leagues. Like last weekend, we told you guys in advance, I'm planning to get 4 wins and stop. So if we get in the first few, sweet. We won our first game, and then, like, I think it was the next 2 or 3, we just were not having fun, or we conceded goals where it's like, all right, this is going to be a super sweaty game. Let's just leave. We got to the 3 wins pretty quickly. Then for the 4th one, I think it took us a few games of sweats on Saturday, and then we just gifted some wins. We left some games, and voila, we got the 4 rewards. We got some packs. We made some coins, and we got mediocre rewards like I would have if we went for like 8-9 wins. Wish we won the playoffs last year. Prem Blades cards would be so good. Do you really think it would have been any different than previous years with the cards you'd get? It'd be the same recycled ones all over again. When doing silver upgrades, do you keep rares from all leagues and nations and put them in upgrades? Yes and no. For me, right now, I'm basically putting... Since I'm using my Sunderland silvers when I play silver tournaments down the line, I'm not really caring too much about the quote-unquote meta ones. If I can pack super expensive silvers first owner, I'll probably keep them just for the aesthetic. But I'm not really saving those cards for League SBCs or anything yet. So I send most of my silvers into the silver upgrades, regardless of if it's rare or a top league or a top nation. Oh, come on. Yeah, true, but Evos? I mean, to be fair, what, you'd have, instead of a bunch of high-end silvers, you'd have a bunch of low-end golds? Is there really too much of a difference for Evos? Not really. Gertruda cooking! Let's go. Newly evoed Talby with the assists as well, man. That's a right back / center back that I just scored, by the way. W, man. Let's see if kickoff glitch is still... Roofs makes it so kickoff glitch doesn't happen. Oh, I won that and then gave it right back to him. That was so dumb. Wadamoosh. Alright, I want to try if we can pace abuse Talby. It'd be really nice.
Still not clear. Now, can he get the cross in? Nordi Mukiele. Lefebvre. Nicely sets it up.
Oh no! I played that to the top of the box! Dang it! Oh, I hate when I do that last second switch of the pass. That's so dumb, man. He was wide open the top of the box too. The last second I turn it to pass wide. Oh, my enda.
Stopped at the last. Chances don't come better. Yeah, that's a great intervention there. Guimaraes. Chiesa. Starting to get interested here. This could be.
Good block.
I'm sure he thought he'd scored there.
Got 9 wins and got no walkouts? Exactly. So in my head, it's like the difference between 4 wins rewards and something like 9 wins is not worth the insane amount of sweating in caring about each game. I'd rather, for that difference, any like game that's now within a few goals, save myself 10 minutes instead of waiting when I know I'm probably going to lose. And the amount of just like emotional, not only heartbreak, but just like frustration. I mean, we even still had frustration for the 4 wins we were going for. Like, I wanted to throw my controller into my monitor still. Imagine if we were actually going for something good. Like, for me, it's just not worth it. Especially with rewards not being as good this year as previous years. It just justifies even more that I should be playing champs to have fun. And I get rewards from it, rather than play champs to get rewards, if that makes sense. Like, play it to enjoy it. What we get from it is just a bonus on top of that, not an expectation of... At least I can expect X amount of coins. Dude, he has Donnarumma in goal, of course. Alright, watch what we're about to do here. This is about to be disgusting. You ready for this? Watch this play.
Well, as you can see, the hosts have had most of the ball, but most of their passing has been in deeper areas. Unless they start getting it into their front players with better quality, they'll struggle to turn this one around.
They have possession again here.
That was definitely what I wanted to do.
Flying forward here. This could be dangerous. And it crosses the line for a corner.
Why do I keep calling it? Okay, if we do...
Too many chances, but the crowd sensing this could be a turning point. They need a goal here.
Maybe if we do it this side of him. Thank you. Okay, that didn't work the way I wanted to. In my head, it made a lot more sense. What a tackle. Beautiful tackle. So don't get mad. Actually, I meant to ask, do you bin off on tradable silvers in favor of getting tradable ones in case of SBC solutions, or do you just keep them? I keep enough untradable silvers in my club to do the SBCs throughout the week with mainly untradables. I also keep enough tradable low-end stuff in my club where I can check a few of those in too and not really care. I usually try in general, though. Like, you'll see me submit all my untradable lib cards because I want all the tradable ones in my club. It does me no good having the untradable version if I can't invest in the tradable one. Even though I'd technically be saving the quote-unquote coins by being able to do it first owner, I'd rather sell at the premiums. Dude, Donnarumma's not going to let me score this game.
into the middle.
Unk is not cooking. Unk is struggling against this meta team. But you know why we're struggling? I just realized it. We don't have Siddiqui in the game. But we can't play Siddiqui. We're going to do a Dingra instead. We'll bring in Siddiqui for maybe LeFay. Right now it's just so tough to play the formation we're playing. Because I do want the two strikers. Alright, we're going to cook. Trust me.
Back underway. 45 more minutes to come. Able to skip past there. But they won't be going any further.
Talby just ran the other direction. Beautiful. Little offsides. I was going to say, if they didn't blow the whistle on that, I don't know what offsides would be. Oh, should have played a touch shooter.
Ultimately, nothing doing.
They got everything right there.
Guardiola.
Oh, yeah, look at this pressure. This is like Sunderland IRL. Just press them. Whole team press them. What a save!
Well, that's what he's there for. It's a good stop. Omar Alderete. Nordi Mukiele. This is a lovely spell of possession. Oh, should score.
How did he miss?
Got them back in it.
Well,
How did he miss?
the deficit, but it's been totally wasted. That was a
No! How did that not go in the goal? I'm genuinely confused.
Bruno Guimaraes. Chiesa.
Oh, gosh.
Oh, maybe a bit of
Oh, what a block!
specific chance. Someone for the team there. Mayenda. Moving it forward with purpose, something on maybe. Pushing forward now to make the right choice. Good cross into the
Ball.
middle. Well, it was looking good, but not all the way through. Scruffy play, ball lost.
How'd Jacques not win that?
Declan Rice. Decent looking
There we
attack
go.
this. And that's where it ends, with possession lost.
They're much harder to break down in those areas, aren't they?
Pass and letting me down again. Story of my life.
Rouge. Score here. Another goal.
Ah!
No way they can throw this away now. Absolutely dominant.
If you only bought that Ahmed for 350 coins, you'd be winning.
Well, I have to say,
True!
really good goal. Just look how well balanced he is. He knows he's going to
So true.
pressure, but he shows great composure to hit the target.
Don't worry, game's not over yet.
Mayenda. Trying his luck.
Game's not over yet.
Oh, superb.
Still got a few tricks up our sleeve.
Outstanding. They decide against putting it into the box.
That's one of them.
Chiellini
Make him think he has a breakaway.
might get caught on the break here. Pass played through perfectly.
There we go. Make him think he has an easy goal, and then we counter him.
Not the end to the move they were looking for. Xhaka. Now with Mayenda. But it's pinched, read his mind there. Guimaraes. interested there, but not anymore. Mayenda. Great chance here. Oh, he tried to power it.
How am I missing these?
It was surely key.
I've had like 4 shots that I thought were going to be guaranteed goals that I have literally no idea how they've missed.
Chiesa. The attack broken up.
He stopped his run. Keep going, young Talby.
And a change in possession. Now the chance for them to pour forward. It's a foul for sure. A second yellow? Maybe. Yeah, the referee's had enough. He's going to send him off now.
Definitely was trying to go for the ball there.
It's a silly tackle, isn't it?
What a first game, boys.
Making decent progress here. Real opportunity. Oh, an incredible tackle.
Anyone want a tactics video from me?
What can they do from here?
How to go undefeated in a weekend league? I can make a video if you're interested. I don't think we're getting out of Div 6 anytime soon, boys. Next game we will, for sure.
There's going to be
Next game we're going to cook.
That will be a corner. Under a little bit of pressure, he's managed to put it wide.
Yeah, but the defender made it very difficult for him in the end.
Lutzano Geertruida. A big area to progress into here. Oh, it must be here. Brilliant. Great save.
You're absolutely right. What a save that is. He's reacted so quickly.
Out of play. Throw in to come.
Dude, I can't do anything this game.
Really smartly. Could be a chance to break here.
Oh, gosh. Oh, no. Dude, he's walking.
Moving through on goal.
Oh, my goodness.
Scored again. It's become a question of just how many they'll get.
All right, GG. Ain't nobody want Honk's tactics. You sure?
Positive result.
You sure? I can make a video. Guys, that was my first game since weekend league, all right? We're slowly ramping. We didn't just want to start super good. We wanted to work our way up. Like, watch. Now we're actually going to play. We're actually going to cook. Should we put Young Hielda in? Make that video so I can do the opposite? Dude, low-key, that would be a fire video. Yo, what is up, guys? You mainly know me as a menu grinder. I show you how to make coins, how to make unlimited packs when we grind League SBCs. Today, I'm going to show you the tactics to avoid when it comes to gameplay. Make that video so I know what to avoid. True. All right, last game, boys. Dude, the dude with the sports goggles, the right back, bronze rare, 61 rated, goes for 1.8K, I guess. Maybe even more now. All right, who are we playing? What squad he's got? Well, okay, this is a more realistic team, all right? He doesn't have Donnarumma in goal. It's Holland at striker, though, with my silver center back.
Today, I like the makeup of both. Have a good balance of attacking
We'll be good. We'll be fine.
But the team that has the greater desire will probably come out on top.
Opportunity was an important piece of defending.
We're good. We're good. We're cooking.
No wonder they're celebrating.
Habib. Cold. What a baller, man. Definitely doesn't play like an 81 rated.
On the ball, Alderete. Really good interception.
Read it really well.
Oh yeah, play Holland in. I dare you.
And the defenders know they need to get tighter. Opportunity. And a goal!
It shot right down the middle.
And they work behind the line. Lefay. And possession changing hands. Isco. Wanderers now in potentially a dangerous position. Well, a classic example of how to intercept. Can he find the right pass? Lefay. Well, good idea.
Oh.
Just the challenge that was required. Granit Xhaka. Diarra.
Oh no!
Looks interesting.
There we go. Force him to play out of bounds. I like it.
Misfiring with the pass.
And then throw it right back to him.
In there.
Top 10 tactic in the game.
Possession.
Decent idea. Isco has it. Well, nothing to split the two sides, but this move looks promising. Terrific block.
Oh, I thought he'd catch up.
And the referee has given them a corner. Who's going to get on the edge?
Woo.
It was caught nicely enough, but the
Bought for 200 coins? Nice.
wasn't on target. And support available.
Dude, you're not scoring that on roofs. I'm sorry.
Well, it's ended up
Have some respect for my goalkeeper.
at the end.
What a pass.
And he did well to cut it out.
What was that touch? Tell me!
Keeper is there.
No, man. He was in. He's just too rapid. That's the thing. He's just too quick. I basically have to tell him to shoot when I'm in my own box. Because his next touch is going to be in on goal.
But nothing comes of it. Good defending it was. Omar Alderete. Robbie. Could be dangerous. Disappointing for the players of the centre that it didn't reach them. Erling Haaland. Ball lost by Wanderers. Good weight on that pass. Players waiting in the centre.
No, I want that go to my striker. Why is it up lane to striker?
Bukayo Saka. Fernandez.
Alright, don't worry. We still got this. Game's not over yet.
Lovely intricate passing. Just couldn't play that decisive ball. Ryan Brobby. What to like about that pass?
I love how Robbie didn't even attempt to go for it.
Giving the ball away. Might be onto something. And options in the centre.
Oh, great step by him.
Play to be applauded.
Read me like a book. You don't play Haaland. Play him.
Well, he has options available.
Thought so.
Fine reading of the situation.
Dude, what is my passing today?
It's all getting a bit frantic, isn't it? Throw-ins given. Just like that, they have the ball again. And the keeper grabs it.
Bono Penda for 200K?
Bukayo Saka. And it keeps going.
What a tackle.
Comes of it. Enzo Lefebvre. To put them ahead.
Oh!
That is an outrageous
Nah, bruh.
Well, great reflexes from the
What was that?
brilliantly there.
Who can he pick out?
There we go.
There's the goal to
Finally, man. What a play.
Because the delivery into the box couldn't be any better. Played into just the right
What a
place.
play.
From there, he never looked like.
Couldn't have worked it any better. W goal. Deserved.
2-1 is the scoreline. What's going to happen next? Moises Caicedo. Phil Foden now. Romero. On to Caicedo.
Good half. All right. We got a lead, boys.
Whistle, and that brings to an end the first half here in the
We can lose this game and we can lose a lead. We got a lot to lose this second half. But you know what's going to stop it all together? I have one sub that's going to change everything, boys. Can you guess it? There's a Sunderland stat that holds true. I don't know if this year it applies at all because I don't think he's played yet. But anytime young Hilda has been on the pitch, Sunderland has never lost. From a winning position, Sunderland has never lost with this man on the pitch. So what better time than to bring Hilda in? Got to secure it. You got to Elite Division. Nice. We'll be there in like a week. You're not Sunderland, though?
Wanderers behind. Will they be able to
That's
get the
disgusting.
back into the game?
Never say it again.
Opportunity. Diarra. And bursting forward.
What a ball.
Well, it came to nothing in the end. Badier. Enzo Fernandez.
He wants to try Hilda? Look at that. Saka's already in his pocket.
Decent idea. Opportunity. Well, a vital interception to snuff out the danger.
Sir, how did you not shoot that first time?
Line for a throw-in.
Brother, who am I passing to?
Well, they made it far too
He wasn't even expecting it. Now my alarm's going off to tell me I gotta leave.
terrific save.
Ooh!
Enzo Fernandez.
Pressure's on, boys.
On to Saka. Playing his way in. And he could be in proper trouble here. Spot on with that tackle. Granit Xhaka. Plenty of support here. But they took care of the situation.
Oh, how did I not win that?
Haaland.
What a tackle.
Who wants to make a challenge? Players waiting in the centre.
Ooh! Yes! Xhaka, what a pass, mate. What a pass, mate. Cold. Cold. Role-playing is... You're not Sunderland, though? You're a 27-year-old man called Reed. Role-playing is Sunderland. I mean, technically, you're not wrong. We are technically role-playing as Sunderland. You bring up a valid point. Although it is a road to glory, we are, yeah, role-playing. Not, you say that, it kind of changes my perspective on what I'm doing. Kind of makes it seem a little weird, not gonna lie. Kind of wish you never said that.
That looked really dangerous, didn't it?
Quick counter could be on. Excellent vision. Well, deemed to be offside by the merest of margins.
Well, it's very close to being the perfectly timed run. But whether it's an inch or a yard, he's still offside.
Could be dangerous.
Look at Helda's just holding down that back line. Not even a thought of something coming there. Where's he running to?
Does he pass? And look at this. Can he find the right pass? Good looking pass.
Great save. I don't know why I kept him on sides, man. I should have pulled my line higher. My left center back was just keeping him on completely.
Delivering it. The danger is still there. Well, it did look promising for a bit. Ballard. Diarra.
Oh, he's left-footed with this Travellas. Dang, I was hoping he'd do right. No, I don't want to ruin your experience. People have fun in different ways. Nothing wrong with that. You're shaming me for wanting to roleplay with Sunderland. I get it, I get it. It's fine. I'll remember this. Next time you're asking me how to make coins, I'm going to tell you about Mendy. Have you heard of our Mendy method before? Gold Mendy? We made a killing in previous years.
Powerful effort, but just wide.
Well, those stats back up what we've been watching. It's been a really one-sided game, and it's far too easy for them to open up this defence. This could turn into a rout.
Bukayo Saka. Isco. Wanderers might be able to cash in.
What a block.
Excellent block.
Well, you won't see too many better blocks than that.
Is it going to be?
Oh, I even waited for him to cut back.
Just yet. So back in action, and Wanderers very much back in contention.
Oh, these passes, brother.
Quality defending.
I'm throwing this game. I gotta stop, man.
Isco. Well, still pushing forward. It's a matter of whether or not they can come up with an equaliser. Well-timed tackle. Eliezer Mayenda. Well, doesn't have to do it on his own. Lovely weight.
There we go. Beautiful pass. Robbie, baby. Silvers are hard to bid on now? Yep. Now's probably a selling time more than a bidding. You can sell most things for 300 plus.
Is devastating. It's so hard to defend against. And once he gets onto it, he just smashes it past the keeper with great technique. What an emphatic finish that is.
Well, not the desired result in terms of the finish.
But they are trying to do the right things. It's just not happening at the moment.
Well, it comes down to the final 5 minutes. Take it
What a
away.
tackle.
Counter-attacking possibilities. Well, it broke down, alas.
He's playing the dumbest balls, man.
Enzo Lefebvre. Plenty of support here.
Oh, he almost got it around him.
Nothing comes of it. It looked promising.
I really want Xhaka to just bend it a little bit more and break that line.
Happy outcome as far as the visitor.
All right, W boys, we got a win, 4-2. Felt like I dominated him, gave up some stupid goals, got some good opportunities. Team is progression, boys. Profiting off Mendy is even worse than profiting off Jota. What makes you think I was profiting off Mendy? I said it was a killer method. I didn't say what was killer about it. We lost like 300,000 coins. No, I said we made a killing off of it. We did make a killing. It killed our club. Dude, Dicky is just... There's so many Dickies on the market. I could just take them all right now. Were you on the stream? Wait, are things not selling instantly for 200 anymore? I think it's snipe time, boys. If you're struggling to pick up high-end 70 pluses, good leagues, good nations, there's a market opportunity right now. Were you on the stream? I'll play it back and listen to it later. Alright, dudes, but that is going to be it. If you did enjoy the stream, smack that like button, subscribe if you're new. We'll have the RTG episode go up tomorrow. I'm planning on doing another trading tip video this week. Potentially another silver video. I think I'm going to wait for marquee matchups to kind of show like what happens to the market when we do have something like that. So that will probably be the next trading video. Then we're going to do one on other aspects of the market too. So if you guys are interested in... things outside of silvers, we'll show that off a little bit too. So yeah, we'll see you guys next time. Thank you for chilling. God bless. Have a good rest of your morning, day, night, whatever time it is for you. We'll see you 4 hours after new content. Peace.